maybe one of the first dominoes to fall of the post Mike Woodson era as Indiana's season has come to an end as they get snubbed or miss the tournament, whichever way you look at it. Forward Malik Reneau has entered the transfer portal. He averaged 15 points and 6 rebounds in 33 games as a sophomore. Had like some buzz to really have a big junior season. He came back. He saw kind of a drop off. He had a reduction in playing time. He had the injury as well, so he only played like under 21 minutes a game. He averaged just like 11 points, 5 rebounds, under 5 rebounds. So somewhat of a down junior year. Now he enters the portal after finishing the season strong, where he had 5 double-digit scoring games to end February, and he shot better than 61% from the field. I've always been a big Malik Reneau guy. I thought that he would have a really good junior season. It just didn't really matriculate, and didn't really happen. But he's definitely going to be a highly sought after player in the portal. He was a highly rated kid out of high school. He chose the Hoosiers over Miami, Florida State, and Memphis, and about a billion other schools, given that he was a top 25 national prospect. He is a Florida kid, played his prepped at Mount Verde Academy with Jalen Hood-Schifino. So I'll throw it to you first, Dion. First, what are your thoughts on Malik Reneau, the player? And second, what do you think his outlook is in the portal?
Yeah, I mean, I hope he enjoys going to Miami with Jay Lucas.
That's what I thought automatically. Yeah.
Congrats to Jay. He got the first one in the bag. No, I think he's a great player, to be honest. What happened kind of at Indiana this year, I don't think it's like a full-on representation of him. Like the two big lineup just wasn't going to work. I think once Woody kind of went away with it, you saw more success out of Malik Reneau and Bala for what it's worth. But I think he's a great player. Any team would be lucky to get him. Let's just not do the too big thing again. And I don't think Jay Lucas will at Miami next year. So I also want to warn Malik, if you commit too quick, like Cam might be on the way.
Yeah, Cam, I could definitely see it. But look, if you could get the same Malik Reneau that he was his sophomore season, there was like legit like NBA buzz. Like I'm not saying like first round draft pick or anything like that, but there was like circles where people were talking about Malik Reneau coming back and having like this big junior season where he's first team all Big Ten and like maybe even doing something even crazier, like challenging for Big Ten Player of the Year, stuff like that. And none of that matriculated to any level. So it might be a time for him to have a little bit of a change of scenery. Obviously, being a Florida kid, the Florida schools come to mind automatically. Also, he was pretty highly paid at Indiana, I believe. So if he's looking for a bag, I could see Miami as well. But he also needs to get away from the too big thing. Or I think so. And I know that. And if he is going to play two bigs, I think it'll work if you have shooting around him, right? Because honestly, the Malik Reneau and Ballo combo, I think works if you have some shooters around him. But you need to have shooting around him. So I'll be interested to see where he goes. Like I said, I think he's going to be highly sought after. He's going to get a bag, I believe. If you had to call your shot to where he might go, Dion, what are you thinking?
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah.
I think Miami too. Miami makes sense. Um, Next question though, if you're an Indiana fan, are you sad you lost him? Because I'm seeing two different things here. I'm seeing like hit the door, how dare you call it University of Indiana instead of Indiana University? Like people are, do you see that on his graphic?
People are actually upset about that.
Well, because he's like, hey, you've been here for 3 seasons. You're saying the University of Indiana, it's Indiana University.
Is it not both? Is that just not how schools work? You can only be one?
I thought Malik Reneau did it on purpose as like a F y'all. I'm tired of y'all talking about me. I'm not even respecting. I'm gonna spell Bloomington correctly, but I ain't gonna spell it the university right.
I'll be honest, if Malik pulled up to IG and said, I'm not rocking with Darian like that, so I'm gonna mess up the name, it's Indiana University to me too. Now, all jokes aside, though, like seriously, if I'm an Indiana fan, clean house, let Darian do his thing. I saw him do it at West Virginia, 19 and 13 without our best player, should have made the tournament. Clean house, let Darian do his thing. I think he's the type of coach that if you give him a clean slate, you're gonna get a phenomenal result in year one, and he's already got one on the way in his son.
Yeah. So and look, it new coach Malik's been there for 3 years. He's I think he's given, even if disappointed with the results, I think he's given a lot to the Hoosiers. I think it's just a good change of scenery for both parties, right? Like I don't think anybody's winning or losing. I just think it's a good change of scenery, and maybe as an Indiana fan, that's a sign of things to come, that you're not going to be playing, like maybe you want to play Tucker at the four or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you want to spread the floor a little bit. But I think Malik will be successful at his next stop. and he'll have himself a time in Miami. I don't care what anybody says. If he goes anywhere besides Miami, I'll be surprised. And I'm not an insider. I'm just someone with a heart and eyes. So we'll keep up with Malik Reneau's commitment here on the YouTube channels over on Supers Media. Any schools we hear, we'll have some updates on that. Be interesting to see where he ends up.